Had to talk to. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I know. Did y'all miss me today? Yeah, I know y'all did. But welcome to another episode of Up Close and Personal with Angela on behalf of Aspiring Authors Magazine. I want you guys to do me a favor really, really quick. I want you to share this in your circle of influence because I know somebody will walk away with a nugget that can help them, that would educate, empower, and encourage them into their purpose. So, for those that do not know who I am Angela Thomas Smith. I'm the founder of AALAC, the African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign. I'm also the CEO of Aspiring Authors Magazine, where my whole desire is to bring awareness to brown authors all over this world and to touch on topics that's affecting our brown community that nobody wants to talk about. So, that's enough about me. This platform is dedicated until the end of the year to highlight and showcase my brown sisters and brothers that are doing amazing things in their community. So tonight, I have an amazing poet. She's an educator. She's a jack of many trades, I must say, because she's also now an actress. So yes, um, I'm gonna bring her up and allow her to introduce herself. Y'all, let's welcome Free-Flo to the flow. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, hey.
How are you?
I'm okay. It's been a long day, dealing with kids in school and then dealing with my own, just trying to settle down. That's about it.
Well, well, well. Hey, you got the best job educating them babies and pouring into them babies. So I applaud you because I'm sure you pour into those babies and then you have to come home and pour into your baby. So I want to thank you for taking some time to stop by and share with us on tonight. Before we get started, I want you to share with the listeners and those that are tuned in, those that may catch the replay, just a little bit about Free Flow and
Okay,
where the name come from.
well, when uh my name Free-Flo comes from my birth name, Florencia Freeman. And so a lot of people called me Flo or Flo Joe and Flo. And so I always liked the free part. And I was actually, when I published for the first time, I was Free Mac because I was Freeman McDonald. But once I got divorced, I was like, well, I need something that's going to be just me, no matter if I'm married or single or whatever. And so that's when I did Free-Flo. And I liked it because when I write, it's like the ideas, it just flows and I'm free when I'm writing. Now speaking, that's a different thing. But I like it because it's my name and I have a free flow, and now I'm actually freeing flow in this chapter of my life, so it applies in different areas.
Wow. So that name, I tell you, when we take on names, we really have to understand what those names mean. And it seems to me that you have grasped what that meant for you in taking on that name as Free Flow because I can definitely sense a freeing of the spirit with you. Um to me, it seemed like you're just free. I, I don't know if that's how you feel, but it just but I've been following your work, and I was looking at that post with all those covers of those books. Like I'm like, these books should be movies. And I a lot of them I didn't even see the titles. I just seen the covers and I'm looking at these like this lady ain't got a movie out, a play out or something. I'm like, you are talented. I don't know
Thank
if
you.
anybody ever told you that before, but you are talented. I'm
Thank
talking
you.
about T, capitalize all those letters. You are talented. And you have such a sweet spirit. And
Thank
I've
you.
not known you long. Like this project that we just completed, it's really when I was introduced to you. and just spending those Fridays with you guys gave me opportunity to get to know you and able to follow your page and find out a little bit about Free Flow. I know this journey hasn't been easy,
It
um,
is not.
but I want you, if you would share um, how has this journey been to you? How did you get from start to where you are now, and why poetry?
Well, I have always been a very emotional person. And for me, writing is like air. And so if I'm not doing that, then I feel like I'm not living. And I feel that way because writing saved my life. And a lot of people don't, I mean, they laugh when I say it, but it literally saved my life. I had a very rough upbringing. And so I was raped, I was molested at a young age. And so I got to a point where I was cutting and I tried to commit suicide. And it wasn't until I realized my imagination and the stories that I could come up with and just the way that I did with words, that's when I started writing. And that literally, gave me something to live for. And I was maybe 13 when I started, and I started writing songs and poetry. And so it's been seasons for me. Like I've had seasons where I'm just doing songs. I've had seasons where I'm only doing poetry. I've had seasons where I'm just doing short stories, and then I write a book, and then I go back to poetry. So it's just been whatever comes in my dreams or whatever I start daydreaming about.
I mean, that's that free spirit that you have, and being able to do that, because some of us can't do that. Now, me, I can't pick up no pen and sit down and just write poetry. No, no, no. I can't. Music, music. Who? Okay, music. No. So you are multi-talented. Not only that, you're an educator. You're pouring into our babies.
Yeah,
Like
I
you,
yeah. I try to inspire them. That I got into teaching because just I wanted to be who I wanted when I was a kid. I was one of the good students. I did all my work. I was respectful. I was on the honor roll, but I was struggling mentally. Like I was struggling with a lot of the things that were going on. And so because of that, God has given me the spirit of discernment to where I can feel when these kids are struggling the way that I was. And so um I mean, I educate them, but I'm more concerned with their, emotional well-being as well. Like if you're not okay emotionally, then nothing that I teach you is gonna matter. And so I try to impact them that way. Try to encourage them to be themselves and just accept who they are and not try to fit in, because it's hard. It's much harder than it was when I was younger to try to not try to fit in. You know what I mean?
right? And I mean, this world is forever evolving, and everybody got their own set of whatever how they think you should be. That's I don't know. It's just like when you're a child, when you're young, it's just like you're free. I remember being 6 and 7 and 8, just running around outside, playing a kickball, running up and down the tree, just free.
Yeah.
And when you started getting into the teenage years, when everybody started telling you what you should do, what you should like, what you should wear, what you should do when you graduate, what you should, and you start taking on other people's identities instead
Right.
of holding on to that you like, and that was making you into the person that you're supposed to be. So I think you being a teacher and with your experiences, you're able to pour back into those babies and meet them where they may be, because they may
Mhm.
be in the same situations where you were,
Yeah.
and not having nobody to talk to, and not having that person that they can depend on. because you look to your family and those that are supposed to be protecting you, and sometimes those are the ones that are hurting you.
Right. True. And it's hard because I'll see breakthroughs with some of them, but they still have to go back to that environment, and that's the heartbreaking part, knowing that you can't save them, but just
Yeah.
hoping that they'll hold on to those little nuggets that you give them, and just try to keep pushing forward until it gets better.
Wow. So, when did you publish your first book? Because I see you have quite a resume there.
My first book, Should Have Just Killed Me, was published in 2013. Yeah, 2013. I started writing it in 2011, and well, I really started writing it before that, but I don't know. When you ever been in a season where you didn't have people pouring life into you? And so I had stayed in this mentality of, okay, I'm a writer. I'm just writing all this stuff. I'm not doing anything with it. And I finally met people who wanted to help me get my books published. And they were like, well, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. And I'm like, how? How do I do that? So we started the process, and it came out in 2013. I'd say February.
Wow. So exactly how many books do you have?
So I've written two on my own, and the last few have been so fast. I gotta recount. So there's an anthology called The Black Print. I Can Hear Your Heart, and then Cutthroat Chronicles. That's actually an anthology that I produced with some other authors, people who were trying to get published, and I wanted to, help them get some exposure. Uh, and then what else? The Touched anthology that was last year on molestation and sexual abuse. Then the what was after that? I'm working on another book that's going to be just me. Just did a devotional with you and some other ladies on domestic violence, healing the city in heels, and about to do another one. So, how many is that?
Wow.
Six, seven, six, 6.5. Yeah,
You are quite the busy bee. Wow.
yeah. I
That is
love
amazing.
writing.
Not only that, you're opening the door for other people and providing a platform for other people that may not know where to start or how to start. So I applaud you for stepping out on faith and trusting and believing in yourself and learning how to do this so that you can pass the torch on to somebody else. And not only that, you're creating a legacy for your babies.
Yeah. And my son,
Wow.
he started writing little stories, and he'll staple them together. And I'm like, that's exactly what I used to do. Use a whole pack of
Wow.
paper, write a whole book, just staple it and let people read it. So,
I think you know what? I used to do that too. And never I didn't even realize it. I used to cut my little paper in half, make a
mhm.
little and then just staple them and draw pictures. But you know what? I never thought about that because I never thought I would be a writer. That's not something that I thought about. Like I played school teacher too. I always wanted to be the teacher. But I definitely didn't go that route. But I guess I am a leader. I do try to lead by example. But oh my God, your baby is he following his mommy's footsteps.
Yeah. Now he can sing, and I can't sing. So all these songs I've written since I was in middle school, I've done nothing with them because I can't play instruments and I can't sing. So they just been sitting there. So I'm gonna try to get him to sing them for
I was
me.
finna say there you go right there. He can sing, and I'm sure one of them other babies can beat a drum. Cause you know how we like to beat when we was little. You know we could come up with a beat now. I'm telling you
Yeah,
that there go you. Look, there go you a band right there,
a
and let them
band.
get
Yep.
over there and get the. And next she, your baby can get to playing the piano on with her fingers.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so amazing just to see how these babies just pick up stuff after us, and
They
it's
do.
good that
Yeah.
we are setting positive examples for them. I tell you, there was a point in my life where I was not setting a positive example for nobody. I was deep dark in my own mess, trying to get out. Didn't even think there was a light to the end of the tunnel. But I thank God for grace and mercy because I am here today.
Yeah. I've been there. We definitely make mistakes, but I used to beat myself up about it, and now it's like if we hadn't made those mistakes, would we be so focused and doing the things that we're doing right now? We probably wouldn't.
Right.
We'd be lost
Mhm.
like a lot of other people. So
Right. Wow. So do you have any of your work with you today?
I'm trying to get. I was trying to get my son. I done made him the cameraman, the singer, the secretary, and
Look, you teaching him well. He gonna know how to do some stuff.
I'm trying to get him to get the book for me, but he is and I know I had a copy on my phone.
If he like any of them other young boys, he probably playing a game or reading a book.
Yeah.
Cause one of my nephews like to read and one of them like to stay in the game. So
Yeah.
yeah,
He loves to draw and he loves the game.
wow, he's just artistic all the way around. Oh my
Hmm.
god. So I heard you been doing a little acting.
Yeah, that is new. Very new because I have always been the one that's in the background. I did not no cameras, no videos. Now I'll write the play, I'll direct it, but
Right.
I don't want to be in it. Um, actually, I wanted to in the back of my mind, but you know how you kind of dumb yourself down a little bit, like, I don't really want to be in front of those people, and so it was definitely a freeing experience because just getting out of my comfort zone and doing things that I had only thought about. So that was very new for me,
Wow.
but I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was healing and connected with a lot of great people.
So do you think that is something that you would do again?
I don't know. um Probably. Yeah, I want to, but I guess I have to get out of my head because my nerves were so bad the day of the show, and it's like, okay, do I really want to do this? I don't think I want to do this. I'm about to do this. What if I mess up? And so it's just being, in front of the camera and just knowing this is live and people are watching, and yeah, I have to get out of that fear. But I
But one
definitely
thing
do.
you have to understand, when you're doing stuff like that, plays and acting, people that's watching, they really don't know. They they just going by what you show them, unless they've seen it before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that's I'm like, because let me tell you what I did when y'all came on and we were supposed to do the behind the mask, behind the mask, behind the mask. Yeah, my computer would not unmute.
What?
Y'all didn't even notice that I was
Mm,
missing. She Travita jumped right on in and kept on going. It's just
that's
I don't
dope.
like she caught it and she kept on. I didn't come in right after you how we had been practicing. She kept on. She kept it going. After I'm gonna say probably about 4 seconds, maybe 4 or 5 seconds. I didn't come in. She went right on.
I
I said,
remember
okay.
hearing that, but I didn't know who was next, and I was just like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? And then I
It was
heard
me.
somebody.
My computer, man, my computer froze up. It would not unmute. I'm like, what?
And see, my
But yeah,
computer froze up when Tammy was on, and so I was like, I gotta unmask Melanie, and my computer frozen, and it just came back on at the end of Tammy's, and I was like, okay, I didn't miss it.
wow. And Tammy's was acting up. I say stuff like that happens. I mean, we virtual. Stuff
Yeah.
like that happen. And even during this pandemic, we've had to learn how to adjust and learn how to adapt because what's normal? What is normal now?
Right.
Things are never going to be like they used to be. So, what is normal now? It's just us being able to adapt and adjust. Um, I tell people just be the best version of you that you can be. That's why I try
Yeah.
to be empty when I lay down at night. I want to give, 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 do all that I can do to assist somebody, to help somebody. And when I lay down at night, I want him to fill me up anew so I can go
Yes.
do it all over again,
All over again the next day.
all over again the next day. And people say, how you do that? You know what? It's bigger than me.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than me. But I want you to share with the listeners and those that will catch this replay. How can they support you? How they can follow you? And then I want you to share any projects that you have coming up, anything that you're working on right now.
Okay. I'm on Facebook, author free dash flow. Instagram at I underscore am underscore free underscore flow. My books are on Amazon. Just look up Free-Flo, or you can look up Florencia Freeman. It might be under that as well. Or you could contact me directly. True Hustler. Got a bin full of books in my trunk. So, um, projects that I'm working on another anthology. Called Soulful Metamorphosis. Is that it?
Yes.
Yes, Soulful Metamorphosis, and also working on my third book, which is So Much for Happy Endings, which is actually part two to Should Have Just Killed Me. So
Wow.
I'm working on that now.
And are these books based on true stories?
Some of it is I everything I write is gonna be connected to something that I've been through or something that someone I know has been through. And the way that I write when I'm writing books, for me, I don't like a lot of fluff. I like to write about real issues, the things that people don't really want to talk about. Um, so I pull from my own experiences and other people's and just things that I've seen and bring the characters to life.
Wow. And what's the name of that book again? Because I definitely are you gonna do pre-order so people gonna be able to pre-order this book? How? Because just I'm just I might have to go back and read the first book. So, because that title, tell them one more time.
Should have just killed me. And I actually didn't even have a title for the book for the longest. The title actually came from a poem I wrote about myself. And the poem was called Should Have Just Killed Me. And so after I was done writing the book and I couldn't figure out a title, and I was reading my poem, and I'm like, well, hey, my poem kind of goes with what this main character is going through. So I could put the poem in the book, and the title could be the title of the poem. And so I used that poem to introduce the story to the book.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So they can follow you on Facebook and Instagram. Do you have a website?
I'm working on it. I'm learning about all that stuff right now.
And are you on Clubhouse,
Yes.
TikTok?
Yes. Oh,
You need to
TikTok,
get you
I'm
a
mystery to you.
you need to get you a link tree
Okay.
so you can connect all of your links together. So you can just give out one link and they can go there and they can look at all your stuff and click on what they want to click on and go to everything and check you out.
Mm,
That's what
really?
all my links said. I got about 20 links on that one link tree. That's why I tell everybody link tree, queen of collaboration. Um, TikTok, Twitter, Clubhouse, whatever,
Everything.
everything is linked up. That's why I tell everybody. I've been telling everybody since somebody told me about it. And it's probably been around for a minute because I've been seeing it around, but people just don't like to share. I don't know why people like keep stuff a secret, but they messed up when they told me because they know I can't keep water. I'm telling everybody that want to know. I'm telling them, everybody that got all these links and they be giving out all these links when they come. No, get you a link tree. Go over, take your time, set up your page, put your picture up there, link all your stuff up to it, and there you go. And all
Mm,
they got to do is click one thing, type in one thing, and
and
you pop
everything
up.
is there.
Everything pop up. Your name, a picture of you, and then a list of every one of your links pop up. I'm telling you, I got my list about that long. And then I got a little thing that when people go to mine, so I got a little thing that talk about stopping racism. So they got a little thing where people can vote or whatever, but that's you ain't got to have that on there. It's just something extra I like to do. I like to be extra. I'm an Aries. I can't help it. I can't help it, sis. I'm an Aries. I like to be extra. But yeah, get you a link tree so everybody can follow everything that you're doing. They can go over, click on one thing, and there's everything about you that you want them to know.
Okay.
So yeah, I think
Yes.
it simplifies, and you got to be giving out all them links.
Yeah, and you put your website on there too?
You can put everything on there.
Everything.
I wish I knew how to work these computers. I would have pulled it up. No, you know what? No, I ain't gonna mess it up because I might mess it up. I might mess it up, so let me leave it alone. But I'm gonna look. I'll walk you through it. I'll walk you through it. Oh, my phone. I don't know why people be calling me when I told them I was on. Yeah, we real. We true people.
Yes.
But yeah, you put everything on there and they can follow you. Your everything you got. Website, Twitter, whatever. All my stuff is on there. All of
Okay.
it is on there. Linktree / Queen of Collaborations. And everything pop up. Get you
It's
one.
much easier to manage than trying to sound off all these different accounts when people ask how to
Yes.
connect and then you going down the list and
Right. Yes. So definitely I want you to get you a link tree and make it easier for your followers to follow you. Because I definitely want them to stay connected with you because we need to get that book and I got to go read that other book so I can catch up on this book. Y'all
I
better check
do
my
have
sister
the
out.
poem if you
Go
want me
ahead.
to read it. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Born in a bed of lies, worse than vultures, maggots, and flies. No love inside these family ties, just remnants of a battered girl's cries. Shoulda just killed me. Still, she dreamed of a better day. Instead, things got worse every time she'd pray. For her soul was disheveled and in disarray from the monster who touched her one night where she lay. Shoulda just killed me. Thoughts of revenge soon tainted her mind. Darkness embraced her new design. Bad choices to sex and drugs she was confined. Constant thoughts of being left behind. Shoulda just killed me. Verbal abuse from her mother. Physical abuse from her brother. Raped by another. Sick bastard didn't even use a rubber. Shoulda just killed me. At wit's end, contemplating suicide, emotions she can no longer hide. Already dying inside, but it felt like she had 9 lives. Should have just killed me. Things just keep on getting worse. She swears her life is cursed. All her love has been dispersed, but she still hopes things will get right first before she leaves this earth. For who wants to live a life full of misery, then die and not be worthy of mention in history? All her love has been destroyed. All pain must have a purpose, but true happiness can't be purchased. So eager to fulfill a destiny, be important and loved, giving the best of me. But none of that would have been possible if they would have just killed me. And that's the intro to the book.
Woo. Wow. I mean, mm, I thank you for sharing because you don't know how many people experience just what you're saying and afraid to speak out and don't have a voice. So I thank you for sharing. Oh my God. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you. I told you you were amazing and that you are. I don't know why you're trying to be shy. Um, because we family. But I definitely want individuals to be able to connect with you and support what you're doing because your words are gonna bring healing in so many ways. When God dropped that word heal in my spirit, I just had to share it with people because we got to stop allowing hindrance,
Yeah,
our ego, and our attitude to stop us from moving in love.
yes.
So I thank you for healing so that you can help others heal. You
Thank
walking
you.
in your power. God has positioned you because you are an overcomer. You're a willing vessel. You sitting here sharing right now to empower others through your resilience because you could have gave up a long time ago.
Yeah.
So you're definitely walking in power. So I thank you so much for stopping by and sharing. Is there anything that you would like to leave with the listeners before we close out tonight?
Um, I've just been on just telling people to be themselves. I'm 36 and I'm just now getting to a point where I'm comfortable being my full weird self, eclectic, whatever people want to call it. I'm just getting to a point where I'm comfortable being that way. And, just because for my whole life, just about, oh, you don't do this, or you act white, or you talk white, or you weird, you like to sew, you don't want to do this. And so it's like hearing that for so long, it just made me go back into a shell. And so getting to a point where I'm comfortable being free, just to even have a conversation with somebody else, doing an interview, that's empowering for me, just getting out of that box and just being who I know that I can be. And so I just want people to heal. Whatever you have to do to heal, do it. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna be ugly, but on the other side of it, it's peace and it's happiness and a whole lot of blessings. And so that's all I have to say.
Wow. Well, again, I thank you for stopping by. And I definitely will be in contact with you because I want you to come back and share with us when you get ready to drop that other book.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
will do.
Well, I thank you again, and you enjoy the rest of your evening. I hear your babies; they calling. They want mama.
I say they won't let
Honey,
me be great.
we look. We human. We human first. You're a mama before anything.
I know.
So yeah. So thank you for even sacrificing your time because you could have been spending time with them, but you sacrificed time to come on and share with us. So I thank you so much. You have a
Thank
great
you,
evening.
sis, for having
All
me.
right.
You too.
Bye bye. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Up Close and Personal with Angela. I tell you, I definitely enjoyed Free Flow on tonight. I want you guys to go over and support her. Check out some of the things that she's doing. She's listed on Amazon. All of her books is on Amazon. So make sure that you are supporting these amazing individuals that have been coming through and supporting Aspiring Authors Magazine and AALAC by sharing their brands and sharing what they do with us. So you can tune in tomorrow. I have no, not tomorrow, Thursday. I'll be back on Thursday. We don't have anyone tomorrow, but you can check us out on Clubhouse tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be talking about all things domestic violence. We have paralegal sharing her expertise with domestic violence. So if you want to jump on Clubhouse with us, come over and chat with the Queen. Love you guys. Be blessed.